who you are really matters to God? Do you really believe that what you do and who you are makes a difference in this world? We hear today the call of the disciples in another time and in another place. Today, most of us, I don't think, mend fishing nets or work as tent makers. And I know that I have never walked along the shore of Galilee. But the first disciples we hear about in the gospel today, they're just ordinary people. Little or no education, obviously not wealthy, lived in the boondocks and the backwaters of Galilee, living in the region with the tribes of Zebulun and Naphtali that had been hated and excluded from the community of the pure Israelites and who had been conquered by the Assyrians. They were powerless people, exploited, certainly not among the powerful of the world. That was then. So what about 2020? Who are the disciples of today? The bearers of the message of the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, Simon and Andrew weren't doing anything unusual. They were fishermen. So what did they do? Fished. So some of you are accountants and bankers. So what do? Count and bank, right? But some of you are bricklayers and carpenters, painters and electricians. So what do? Some of you are secretaries and cooks and janitors and landscapers. So what do? Some of you are nurses and caregivers, doctors. So what do? Some of you are teachers and musicians and homemakers, stay-at-home dads. So what do? Like the first disciples, the ones Jesus seeks out are just ordinary people, like you and me. Very ordinary. Daily messengers, however, of God's way of life and God's kingdom. Now, we won't find God's kingdom on MapQuest, and you're not going to find God's way of life by buying it on Amazon. But we can find it, God's way of life and God's kingdom. We can find it in places where sin is broken and our neighbor is loved. Right here and right now, that can be found among us here, among the ordinary people. And guess what? That love of God and that power of God and the kingdom of God is happening right here, now, in this community. It's happening here in the community of Christ the servant. It's happening in each one of your lives. So God is speaking to us through the ordinary arenas of our daily life. This is where God will find us. Wherever we are, at any moment of our day. The most holy moments of our day and the most sinful moments of our day, because God never gives up on any one of us. God just loves us. God speaks to us through our hearts, and God speaks to us through our imaginations. The imagination of what this world can be, what our lives can be. The imagination is so important. So the question is, what has God been up to in your life? What has God been up to in your life? It's happening now.